Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Babel here, and we are bringing you the third, fourth placing match first. Now, this is going to be the bronze match of today, and effectively, the team that wins this will get the choice of cards that they want to get for the in-game skins and heroes. It's a nice little coat of heroes that we have here. So this is how it looks like. It looks really, really posh. Looks fantastic. We've got a lot of different designs and basically the whole library is here. But yeah. So that's it. The first and second place grand finals playoffs will happen after this round, and they are going to be playing a best of 3. So without further ado, let's go in. MOG versus Salt. Yeah. Right, and basically MOG stands for Misfits of Gaming. This team has been around for only 1 week. They came last week as WGG, and they got knocked out the first round. But Relic said in a post-interview that they were the hardest teams to fight. So after a while, I thought that might be true, and now they're here in the third place. So maybe next week or the week after for the Singapore qualifiers, they may be in the first or second place. But we'll see. And on the flip side, we got Salt Gaming, a team that came so close to qualifying for the national finals. Unfortunately, they were not able to get it at the last part of it. So here we go. The map is going to be Garden of Terror between Salt and Misfits of Gaming. And the draft change. Okay, Tomb of the Spider Queen map pick decided by Salt, and MOG will have the first ban and first pick. So for MOG here, deciding to ban Illidan straight up could be a very interesting strategy. Salt has got very good Illidan, and I think they play a lot of good heroes in general, but Illidan is just one of them that may be in a small little advantage, you say? Yeah. So that would help the team get a little bit more morale as compared to Salt. And yeah. So we got all fighting behind is ban first. The second ban of this entire game is going to be Lost Viking. So Salt really doesn't want to deal with Lost Viking, and I can understand why. They ban it almost in every single game, and it's just a testament to how OP Lost Vikings can really be. So MOG now with Sylvanas, Jaina, 3 of these heroes, pretty okay. In terms of synergy, may not be very compelling. Kerrigan's more of a burst, more of a dive kind of hero, and Kilthas on the flip side is really just more of a combo hero or a range damage wrestler kind of a hero. And I think that Kilthas should be able to do a lot of damage here in this game, but it is going to be Vala. So we got a total of 3 damage dealers on Salt, and for MOG, we have Jaina, Sylvanas, Anubarak. Anubarak's not really a damage dealer, but I think he does a lot of hero damage with the latest patch. And Uther is also here for heals. Uther is fantastic, makes a lot of sense for Jaina because Jaina's not going to die easily. And you also have got potential secondary support or maybe even a secondary tank. I would love to see Tyrael. I think Tyrell's going to be good, but don't really need to have Tyrael in this lineup. They've got Sylvanas for blood. Jaina has got Northern Exposure. They've got double. In fact, they've got a lot of vulnerability related skills in this hero. So it would be good if they get some AoE hero as well. I think AoE hero is going to help the team a lot. But it's going to be Tyrael. So Tyrell's going to give the team some shield. Uther's going to be there to heal them. And Anoop is going to be there as well, but it's going to be Johanna for Salt Gaming. Johanna, Vala, Kerrigan, Brightwing, Kilthas. Johanna's going to be able to just go in, set up the fight. Kerrigan goes in, finishes up the fight. And Kilthas, Vala stands by, gives themselves a good little smoke there, and enjoy the scenery. Tomb of the Spider Queen, ladies and gentlemen. Salt versus MOG in a bronze match here. I think that they are going to have a really good game. Tomb of the Spider Queen is a very small map. It's what Blizzard calls a night fight in a closet. Except if the closet leads to Narnia, then you have a 47 minutes game. But apart from that, you should be expecting a lot of good ganks. Like I mentioned before, 2 turning points, a total of 2 bruiser camps and 1 siege camp, plus a possible boss camp all the way up north there. There's 2 turning points. The middle turning point is slightly better than the one below, simply because the top turning point has got access to the air vents, and that's where you can kickstart your ganks. So I really like to see that. That's it. The bottom air vents have been blocked out by a potential wall there, and that makes access very difficult. Bottom lane's not really good for pushing. probably for soloing, yes, but more or less teams is gonna really want to gang the top and mid lane. So that's it. Tomb of the Spider Queen is where you collect gems, turn in gems, and you summon Web Weavers. The Web Weavers will help to push the lane automatically. So you have 3 Web Weavers coming down each lane. Oh, sorry, 1 Web Weaver each lane, so that's 3. And that's really going to help push the lane a lot. Also, every single spell that the Web Weaver casts will damage its health a little bit. But it should still be fun. It's a very small map. Let's see how this ends. Salt has got a very interesting lineup. I think that they have a lot of potential. They just need to make sure that they are able to execute the draft that they have in line. As for MOG, it's just still a very new team. And for MOG, they've got a lot of options available, some of which include just playing Murky. And Murky didn't really work out today, I understand. But you still have Nyx to blame for that. No, I'm just kidding. You still have a lot of different heroes that they can play for Tomb of the Spider Queen. Alright, so that's it. I think the lobby is going to start real soon. This is the brackets for the entire duration of today. And we saw ourselves having 8 teams coming into this competition. And LOL versus VS is at the grand finals. Salt versus MOG, that's the bronze match right now. Right. We have, well, personally, I think Salt has got very good mechanically strong inclined players. I think that they are able to nicely set up ganks. It's just that the drafting had some issues back then with the wombo combo that the enemy team had to put up with. And Misfits of Gaming, they are a very new team. Like I said before, just absolutely no idea if that team will be able to do well in this game right now. But yeah. Alright, so waiting for everyone in the lobby to ready up, then we will go directly into this game. We've got Kazu. Alright, so he just nicely clicked the button there. Good, and once we go all the way out into this game, it will be very interesting to see how Salt faces MOG. Salt Gaming has been playing the game since Alpha. They've been playing the game since September 2014, and they were pretty good. Unfortunately, they took a bit of a break away from the game, and they're now back to action. I really look forward to their comeback. I would say for sure that a 3rd or 4th place finish is a fantastic testament already. They need to make sure that they play again for qualification, maybe next week, or no, sorry, not next week. The 3rd or 4th qualifier, which would be on the 27th of June, as well as 4th of July. Independence Day, man. All right, so going into the first game here in the bronze match between Salt as well as MOG. On the blue team, we have Salt Gaming. We got Qwerty as the Kerrigan, Kaigari as the Kilthas, Ohayang onto the Brightwing, Kazu there playing as the Valalas Benalis, Sliderbite onto the Johanna. And on the red team, we got MOG, Misfits of Gaming, Nyx there playing as the Tyrael. And we also got Kuniharu there playing as the Sylvanas, Chusan playing as the Uther, and Lulzicon onto the Jainalas Benalis. You also have Chichiboy as the Anubarak. Let's check on the talents right now. We have got some very interesting talent pickups already. Primal Grab's increasing range, Scouting Drone. In fact, it's very standard except for Mana Addict coming in from Kilthas. That's what I thought was standard until they said it's not. So glad to see the skill come back into this game again. The talent specifically. Conjurer onto Uther is pretty okay. With the win is a must. And Assault Scarab that increases the attack damage. So this is going to be a Bill Anubarak again. And Winter's Reach that increases the range, which I think MOG really likes Winter's Reach. They don't go for chill for extra slow. They actually like to go for the increased range on Frostbolt. And I think it works if you're consistently rotating and trying to pick off enemies. That's still fine. But if you are in a position for more of like a gank, then that's not going to be really good. Kuniharu with a great run away by Ravage jumping onto Chusan. Qwerty pulls back. Frostbolt knocking onto Qwerty there. And Kuniharu, great haunting wave. Kazu in a pretty interesting position. Chusan completely lost, no idea what he was doing there. And Nyx in the mid lane facing up against some gank coming in from Sliderbite and Qwerty. Ohayang top lane against Chichiboy. Now that's going to be Anubarak up against the Bright Wing. I would say for sure that Anubarak should have better chances pushing this lane, but Bright Wing also has got fairly good arcane flares that can help maintain the lane composure. Yep, so like I mentioned before, normally you don't want to do this, you don't want to stand here, because there's only two ways you can come out the gank, and Nyx is able to run away. Imagine that you were ganking from top here, and then, let's just say from here, then Nyx is slightly ahead, you can possibly gank him easier as compared to the denied access from this small little wall. So red team MOG decides to go for a tri-lane bottom strategy, in which they're not really pushing anything down yet, but the ammunition is just down to about 70%. I think something happened here. Might have clicked escape by mistake. Alright. The next, Sliderbite mid lane, pretty okay position for them. And top lane, Chichiboy is there as well. And this is where it's not looking really good for Anubarak. Anubarak should be pushing the lane out a little bit more, not like this. And I hope that Chichiboy is able to maintain the lane balance. At least that's going to help him, get some extra EXP. Nyx now going to pull back. Qwerty, Sliderbite, not enough for a gank. So in this particular map, all you need to do is just to get those gems from the range minions. And also, when you kill your enemy, they drop gems. So take those gems, turn in, get the web weavers going, and they'll push the lane for you. Although every single web weaver wave will cost 5 extra gem. You want to make sure that you capitalize on every single web weaver wave, and they push as much as you can. Generally, the web weavers, when they descend, they will be able to push down at least 1 or 2 forts by themselves. I think it should still be okay, but you need to really distract your enemy. So Kazu doing a lot of damage on the Kuniharu, and Chichiboy there turning in on the bottom half of this map. Sliderbite in that area with the flail, and Chichiboy with a nice barrel charge. It's gonna be okay. So far into this game, no ganks yet, and it's been pretty dry, but we're looking at 0 kills each side, 51 gems already on the red and 35 on the blue. We have also got the second talent being picked up already. We got Loss of Hope, which is again a standard Johanna, and Venom on Brightwing, as well as the Kerrigan and standard multi-shot built for Vala plus what looks like an increased buff to Gravity Lens. Lalzikon in a lot of trouble, he goes down easily, and also good stun onto Kuniharu. But it's Netherwind, so the range and speed gets increased a little bit, which makes the skill a lot easier to land. And for the red team, we got Protective Shield and Venom, more Beetles, as well as Frost Shots and Amplified Healing. So level 7 real soon for the blue and the red, and so far, very close game. We're waiting for more ganks to happen, but only 1 kill so far in this entire 4.5 minutes here. And that kill went to the blue team. Chichiboy with some form of disruption onto Kaigari. Kaigari doesn't have any gem right now, but he used to have, I think. And we have also got 21 gems against 23. The rotation is just not fluid enough from both sides yet, but we'll see. So Conviction is being pumped up here. Better momentum for the Kerrigan. And you're also going to see what looks like a Gust of Healing for extra heals, Repeating Arrow, so that you can use more Hungering Arrows here. And you also have Fusion Bomb that increases explosion damage a little bit. So here comes Punish, there goes some Shield Glare, and a Flame Strike picks up the kill of Sylvanas. Chichiboy pulls back, Lalzikon down all the way to just about 50% health there. Clans up, Uther by the way. Also going to see the Unstable Poison standard build again. More Beetles and more boost to the Frostbolt. And also you can see Reciprocate that basically explodes the enemy nearby. Do note that Reciprocate only works for Tyrael, doesn't work for anyone else. The Impaling Blade is going to connect as well. And Tyrael is going to go down. So far 3 kills to none. Red team's kind of a little bit behind right now. And the blue web weavers have been released. That means that the mid lane is going to get pushed out a little bit easier here. Chichiboy swings by just to try and slow it down a little bit. top lane, we already have a 50% health. Web Weaver pushing down the top lane without much of a tower left. And Oh Hai-Yang plus Kagari, they're both in this vicinity. Bottom lane, Kazu, Kuniharu, Lolzicon, all three of them are in that area. The top lane really think that the healing well is going to go. Nice polymorph onto Chusan, but not going down just yet. There goes again another Arcane Flare. And Oh Hai-Yang just holding the front here. Meanwhile, we're seeing Kazu pulling back from the bottom lane. And all the way here, the mid lane, Nyx needs to be careful here. Here comes Condemn and Slider Bite. Nice reel in. Also going to see Eldrin's Smite, and Nyx is going to be fine at the end of the day. And Susan gets reeled in quickly by the Primal Grabs into a pretty quick Impaling Blade. So that's pretty good to see as well. And Nyx again not able to really do anything in this instance except to just throw the sword backwards. Slider Bite not able to land the Condemn again, and everyone just pulling back. There's a total of 56 gems on the red team, but they're not picking up the Web Weavers just yet. And that is again a little bit of a different strategy coming up from Team MOG. Kazu and Kaigari, Slider Bite, Kurdi. Yep, all very good players from the Alpha days. Really want to see how they fare right now. Hopefully they will have some beef here against MOG. But MOG close level 10. And level 10 talent is being picked up by the blue team. So Salt goes for Blessed Shield, Maelstrom, Emerald Wind. And hold that thought, I think Sylvanas just died on the bottom lane. But yep, Emerald Wind, Rain of Vengeance, and Phoenix. So there's a lot of AoE damage coming up from Salt this time around. And for the red team, they've got Divine Shield, Wailing Arrow, Water Elemental, Locust Swarm, and Sanctification. So this is going to be a Sanctification Divine Shield combo for the red team. There goes the Divine Shield. Unfortunately, no Sanctification. Lolzicon in some trouble there. Chichiboy going to try and power charge in. Doesn't get it off. Will pull back. 25 gems is a lot. It's not even going to turn in those gems just yet. And we got a total of 66 gems up against 33 of the blue. 25 gems getting turned in right now by Chichiboy. And that's going to be an instant activation of the Red Web Weavers. 8 minutes and 30 seconds into this game. We've got the heroic talents being picked up by both sides. We've got some very interesting push strategy happening. Very little ganks though, and that's not what I want to see. Chichiboy there, not going to land the stun. Nice unstoppable trade coming in from Johanna. And Wai-Young now a little bit of trouble there. But there goes the Emerald Wind, and that's going to buy the team some time. Red Web Weavers haven't even arrived just yet. Now 5 of them pushing the bottom lane, and 4 defending. Flame Strike going all the way out. Condemn reels in just Chichiboy as the Anubarak, and we also get to see the extra Eldrin's Smite coming up from Nyx. Slider Bite wants a little bit more in terms of initiation, but will not get it off. And it seems like the Web Weaver will go down. A bit of a slice of health left on the Healing Well, but they're not able to take it down. Quality drops very low meanwhile behind here, and no heals just yet. Kaigari lands the Phoenix, but Divine Shield onto Jaina is too painful and too much to deal with. He is going to run away in his grace. That's it, Slider Bite going to try and hold the front. Chusan there with a good stun. Slider Bite again not going in just yet. Nyx holding the front for the team. All 5 of them respawning here and looking for a possible push on the mid lane. Unfortunately, the Web Weaver has gone down. All that's left is the top lane. Healing Well down to just about 60% health and in a lot of trouble here. 4 kills up against 1 kill. We got level 12 against level 11. And quickly the Web Weaver will expire with perpetually no damage dealt to most of the structures here. The fort is still standing, and you can also see that for the blue team, they've also done the same thing. The forts are all still standing. The gate not the same, but we'll see what happens then. Chichiboy looking for some ganks here, will not get it off. Oh Hai-Yang pulling back down. Nyx with Eldrin's Might. And Lolzicon is also in his vicinity. Gets spotted up by Slider Bite. Unfortunately, the Blast Shield doesn't connect. It's a mistake there. Nyx now going in. Slider Bite dropping very low. Here comes some extra unstoppable. Also going to see some silence coming in. And Nyx, again, not jumping just yet, but here comes a possible Rain of Vengeance on 2. Slider Bite pulling back. Chichiboy didn't fall off that one. Slider Bite now also going to take the fall. And 3 men down. MOG in a pretty good spot. Cordy Varillion, but you're going to see Divine Shield saving the Jaina. Kazu shouldn't be here. All the gems will go to town. Kazu needs to run back. There goes the kill, and down goes Kazu. The crowds are screaming louder than the gamers. They really want to kill Kazu really badly. All those moments spent in quick match where you were trashed by Kazu How does it feel, man? How does it feel? So let's check in on the replay right now for that one there. So this is where Sliderbite tried to roll in onto the Sylvanas, and Nyx coming in. Sliderbite completely out of position, by the way, at this point in time. Kagari is there, but a nice, perfect three-man silence. Phoenix could be better, and there you have it. Also, Kazu's very good Rain of Vengeance, but Chichi Boy, nice side step there. Didn't help with the stun, and they are all just pulling back. Quadi came by a little bit too late. Shouldn't have even come in here. He's got 13 jams and 23 jams on Kazu. And the crowd just screamed to kill Kazu right about now. And he goes down at the very end. So that's it. Back to real time. We've got level 13 against 14. And effectively just the Sylvanas dying already. Uther's gone as well, and this is where we're gonna have Salt mounting a comeback. Nyx goes down, Chichiboy without any jam there, and the Ring of Vengeance is gonna connect. Lousy Con with just 10 jam, looking to get more jam, but it's a bit lost there in the woods. Might as well man up and try. Will go down at the very end. Sliderbite leading the team with a bit of a mounted comeback. And you have also got the Raid Weavers pushing, so they actually did this really well. They knew that they can't let the Weavers connect with the team, and they made sure that they stand directly in between the Weavers and the red team. So there are some level of damage, I think, being dealt onto the blue team. The fort on the top lane's gone, and you can also see the Weavers just pushing the top inner fort a little bit. The ammunitions on the top towers are, heavily contested there, and the mid lane, you can see that the towers are gone. The gate is also gone. So that's it. We're now waiting for the next possible fight. 9 kills against 6 kills. And level 15 both sides. And effectively looking at the talents here, we got Burning Rage, Sprint, Ice Block, Frost Shot, which slows the enemy a little bit for their multi-shot talent. And they also got Flamethrower to increase their cost range. So this is actually going to be a hide behind and fire away kill thrust for the blue team. Kazu needs to run away. Nyx chasing with that very righteous sword of his. And we also got on the red team Shrink Ray, Overwhelming Affliction, that basically slows the enemy a little bit. I don't like Overwhelming Affliction. I think the movement speed of 25% is really barely noticeable. Plus, you can't really choose who to slow with the Q. Yes, the W is going to be really good. The Shadow Dagger is really fantastic, but that's not really the case most of the time. And you have Chitinous, Plating, Icy Veins, Burning Rage, Blood for Blood being picked up already by the red team. And also going to see some extra Blood for Blood there. Tyrell unfortunately goes down, and not really sure what he was doing there, but I think he was completely boxed out. We also got Northern Exposure coming in for Jaina. And on the blue team, we got Holy Renewal plus Overdrive, Sticky Powder, Blood for Blood, Ignite. So Ignite means that you're going to have Flame Strike, causing some extra leaving bombs. So that's a lot of damage, and Chi-Chi Boy just goes down like that. Unfortunately, not able to run away. Now Kaigari with the rest of the team, not even pushing or anything, just defending. They picked off Sylvanas, and here comes Lousy Khan looking to kill Kaigari. Kaigari goes down, nice Frostbolt there. Sliderbite in a lot of trouble there, doesn't have the trade. Will get slowed by the Water Elemental, and Lousy Khan not even able to go and pick up the kill, but the Water Elemental still giving chase here, and that's gonna be it. So you see Holy Renewal giving some extra kills for Johanna, and Overdrive there increase the ability power by 25% and lowers the mana cost, I think. Sorry, increase the mana cost by 40% for 5 seconds. That really helps Kerrigan, I think, for some extra damage when she jumps. Critter Rise should also... No, it's not Critter Rise. It's actually Sticky Powder. Sticky Powder getting picked up here for extra movement speed slow. So they really want to slow the hell out of the red team. We get that. Let's see how it works out for them. And for MOG, defending the mid here. Blue Web Weavers coming out. Kazu with the multi-shot, slowing them a little bit. So the Polymorph's going to slow, the multi-shot's going to slow, and you're also going to get slowed by Punish from Johanna. Meanwhile, you got a Kerrigan jumping on you and just whipping your ass. That doesn't sound good. Chichi Boy now going to try and pull back on the top lane. We got a Blue Web Weaver pushing there. For the mid lane, we are already seeing the red team addressing the Web Weaver here very swift and promptly. Just like how they pick up trash outside. Very, very nicely done. And you also see that we have the Web Weavers going down quickly. So that is good to see. For the bottom lane, the Web Weavers going to be joined by 3 members from the blue team. And the gate's going to go down. The tower's also going to go down. Sliderby is in this area. Here comes Sliderby jumping in directly on Jaina. Jaina a lot of trouble. There goes the invulnerability. And Jaina stays alive. But here comes Rain of Vengeance on 2. And they're getting a lot of damage. Blizzard goes down. And Phoenix there as well. A lot of damage there. Kaigari pulling back very closely. And 3 of them are all the way sticking still. And Kazu got so pissed off he left the game. That was a really bad call. He's now going to have to reconnect. And everyone's going to try and hold and wait for him. I think the computer crashed back then, but his Rain of Vengeance did a lot of work against the red team, taking out both the Jaina as well as Anubarak. And yeah, so we have a computer crash going on here. We're just gonna pause and wait for them to pull that back. Meanwhile, looking into the talents here, we got hardened focus for Uther, and that basically means that basically these will have 50% faster cooldown regeneration. So instead of healing at 1 second, you heal at possibly 2 seconds or 1.5 seconds, right? And so 3 blood for blood going on here. You got the Sylvanas, Anubarak, as well as Tyrell, so that's quite bursty. Northern exposure as well. Northern exposure will really help burst down a target. So all they need here is just some form of jump from Eldruin's Might of Tyrell into a Anubarak with Burrow Charge into Impale, and it burst the hell out of him. But effectively, if you check in here, you got Sanctification, which I haven't seen just yet, coming out from Tyrell. And the Divine Shield also not really used to pull off that combo just yet. Meanwhile, on the blue team, most of those talents there are pretty okay. And they're just waiting for the comp to restart here. Very, very unfortunate comp crash. If not, I believe the whole team would have been wiped out. No, I don't think so, actually. 14 kills against 8 kills. The Rain of Vengeance should have been very, very impactful in that instance. It was nicely aimed, but it wasn't enough to pick off the kill on Chusan or Kuniharu, which is the Sylvanas and the Uther. So we're going to see the replay just before the crash. And here we go. Let's just pay attention on Kazu. So Kazu landed the Rain of Vengeance, then he somehow vaulted away, and Kuniharu chased after him. He still hasn't disconnected yet, and when he died, then he left the game. So it's still okay. I think that he managed to cast most of everything in that instance. No complaints on my part. He played quite well. I think the comp was lagging a little bit before he disconnected, which could be a reason. Now with every single heroic on cooldown, I think Oh-Ha-Young and Kaigari shouldn't be looking for a fight again. Should be pulling back, and we'll see how far they go with that. Nyx doesn't have Judgment. He went for Sanctification, and that should have helped the team a little bit, but it wasn't exceptionally useful. I think that it had its moments, but it's just not sparkly or shiny or, amazing. So, yeah, one level away for Salt to hit level 20. And once they get that, you're going to expect Johanna with Storm Shield. I'm expecting Kerrigan with Bolt of the Storm. And Brightwing effectively should also look towards Continuous Wind. I think Continuous Wind is pretty good for this particular map here. For Vala, Bolt of the Storm, Kilthas, Bolt of the Storm. So they will be highly mobile when they play in the level 20 area. For the red team, it will have to be a Bolt of the Storm for Sylvanas. Uther will have to use possibly the Revival skill. Would say that Rewind's fantastic on Anubarak. And Jaina should look for Bolt of the Storm. Tyrell would be looking at a possible Sanctification buff. So we got Oh-Ha-Young also very pissed off with Kazu because he left the game. He's also going to leave as well. And effectively looking to reconnect. Meanwhile, Samples decides to go to the toilet.
Another one crashed.
Yeah, so once we get this whole thing on the road, we'll then go back into the game. But right now, we're just trying to make sure that the comp crashes are being resolved and that everyone has got a good connection before we play out for the third place. So best of 3, the first game here, seems to be a pretty even game. Salt would be way ahead if not for some mistakes on their part. Even right now, I think this big clash here was a bit of a problem. It went in, good pickups on 2, but they're not able to concentrate the damage onto the healer, which is why you have all 3 men still alive. That was the main difference, I think. All right, good stuff. That said, the Beetle build has transitioned into a increased tank and a blood for blood build for Anubarak, so he's not going to do a lot of damage. I don't think he is. We'll see how he performs in a little bit here. Let's check in on his hero damage right now. It's at about 21,000, so that's not really impressive, but the game's still not done. So I'm expecting him to do about 35 before the game ends. For Jaina, should be about 60 plus thousand. We'll see if she gets good opportunities to land those skills. As for Kilthas, definitely very stable already, 40,000 damage with Flame Strike and Leaving Bomb. Crazy connection there. But yeah, so waiting for the computers to reconnect and for the players to come back into the game before we start again. Meanwhile, huge shout out to sponsors Alienware, Intel, as well as Fairfaro sponsors Razer, streaming partner XSplit, and you guys for making all of this work. Thank you guys for watching the game. I know that there's been a lot of stream issues here. The connection's been very unstable today on our part, and we do apologize for that. We hope that by next week, these issues will have been resolved, and we'll be able to give a very smooth and awesome stream. But yeah, meanwhile, do give me feedback on the cast. We really appreciate it, and I'm looking to really improve my cast a little bit more. So let me know what you like and what you don't like, and yeah, I'll look into it. That said, also, give me a like on Facebook if you can. That's really, really important to me, and I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So Kazoo restoring his connection already, but Wahayang still not back yet. And checking on more stats, we have average APM of 283 for Anubarak. So this guy's been pretty fantastic. I mean, but this is also a little bit different. How can you have, okay, APM is the current APM. So that's the main difference there. What's happening now is that you have 3 members dead on the blue team and 2 members dead on the red team, which is why they are all at 0 APM. And the XP total plus the time dead. All right, so let's see this one. How fun is this? 4 deaths on Sylvanus, but 3 deaths up on Anubarak. He's also got 11,000 self-healing already. Pretty interesting stats here. So in terms of fort, I think that it's pretty clear that the blue team has knocked down a total of 1 fort on the bottom lane. And for the red team, they knocked out both the top and bottom forts. So that would be very, very good to see. Red team actually so far ahead in terms of pushing. But because of the blue web weavers, I would say that the blue team is still having the extra lead here. Plus, I cannot wait for level 20 where you have a rewind on Anubarak and Jaina there with the Bolt of the Storm, not easy to kill anymore. Kilthas with Bolt of the Storm, not easy to kill again. And Johanna effectively jumping in with, Condemn. Also, the Blast Shield is pretty interesting and good to see. So, yeah, going for a bit of a water break meanwhile. Computers loading up. If you're watching from home, thank you guys for being here. Very, very happy to have you guys here. But yeah, it's been a very fun day for us. We got 8 teams today, of which 2 teams have qualified for the national finals. LOL and VS, they'll be playing in the grand finals later on for 1,000 Singapore dollars as the first place. They will also enjoy better seeding in the national finals. So for the national finals, what we're going to do is actually very simple. We are going to have the first place teams being put into a box there, and the second place teams will be placed into a separate box. So we are going to draw the places for the first team, in which they're going to have 1 seat per side of the bracket for a 8 teams double elimination bracket. And for the second place teams, they will be drawn by the first place teams, and we'll see what kind of drama will unfold. But yeah, just note that in the national finals for Singapore, the upper bracket is a best of 3, lower bracket is a best of 1, grand finals is a best of 5. So that's where we're going to crown the first team from Singapore to qualify into the regional Southeast Asia Grand Finals. And you will also see a Malaysian team, a Philippines team, as well as a Thai team playing in Bangkok, Thailand for up to 40,000 US dollars. Only 4 teams. This guy's going to get a fat paycheck. So Vala is back. That's Kazoo. What about Oh Young? I think he's still lost in somewhere in the PC there. I think they're fixing his issue right now as we speak, and I hope that it's going to get resolved really soon. But in the meanwhile, sorry. Yeah, just to say that we'll be going down to Malaysia next week again. So if you are there, do pop by at the venue, and we'll definitely say hi. So just pop by, say hi, and tell us, tell us how much you enjoy the competition. I would really appreciate that. Also, let me know how I can make your day. If you're Malaysian, of course. If you're Singaporean or residing anywhere else in the region, you can fly down to Malaysia. We'll be there. The production team's gonna be there, and also some of the very interesting old teams, or rather teams that have qualified both last weekend and today, will also be there to say hi. So you can expect a pretty big turn up and showing at the offline events there. That's it. We'll be back again on the 27th as well as 4th July. 27th of June and 4th July for the 3rd and 4th qualifier, of which a total of 8 teams will play in the finals on the 18th of July. And 25th July, we're going to the Philippines for the very own national finals. 1st of August, we're going directly to Thailand for the Thai national finals. And on 8th of August, it is going to be the finals for the regional grand finals there. Yeah. So 5 forwards against 4 forwards. And both of these teams, players that are still remaining, have already exhausted all of the heroic. And they should just pull back at this point in time. But so far, so good, really. In fact, I think that instead of Hardened Focus for Uther, I kind of like Benediction a little bit better. You can chain stun, you can chain heal, which is very important for a burst healer like Uther in the event that you do not have Divine Shield, and Divine Shield is being on cooldown. So you have Benediction that can really help you spam so much more heals, and those heals will help make sure that your teammates, in fact, stay alive. For the blue team, I think the talent being picked up is still okay. And Venom, Battle, Momentum. And Vala's talent's a little bit off for this one, but I think that it's because it doesn't have a multi-shot talent fixated on that particular one. So it's either Hungering Arrow or the Searing Attacks. And I think Searing Attacks is okay. Hungering Arrow, when Vault is being used, gets reset. That would be a little bit different. A little bit different for me, because I don't play Vala in that particular way. I think that right-click damage is still very important. That's why I would go for Vala with the Searing Attacks. I think that's good. But Kilthas, no complaints so far. We got Fusion Bomb that increases explosion damage by a lot. And you also have the Flame Strike applying Leaving Bomb to here. So that's actually a stacking of abilities there just by casting the Flame Strike and Living Bomb after the original Living Bomb has detonated. So yeah, still waiting for the computer to get fixed up. And no known resolution yet. They are restoring Ohio is already restoring the connection, so I really hope that it's going to be soon. But as for now, I'm just going to take as much water break as I can and explain a little bit on what really happened in this game. So for the blue team, we've got a lot of burst combo. We've got Anup, we've got Sylvanas, and Tyrell. They can jump very easily. They can also hold the front and hold the ground if they're being jumped by the blue team. Personally, I kind of favor the red team's draft a little bit more because of the Sanctification Divine Shield, anti-dive mechanic there. You also have on the blue team substantial damage dealer, Kel'Thas, Vala, Kerrigan. But what they don't have is wombo combo. They do not have wombo combo. They only have possible slight dive. I mean, Kel'Thas isn't really a dive hero. And Vala's okay. Vala should be fine. Vala can vault aggressively and use the Rain of Vengeance just to pick off whoever that's been caught by Kerrigan. Or Johanna, so that should still be okay. But if they're up against Tiro with Sanctification, it's not going to be easy at all. And that would be the biggest problem for Team Salt. I don't think they've actually got a way to kill many people here on the blue team if the Sanctification combo is being pulled out. Okay, so that's it. It seems like the game is going to resume right now. I'm not expecting anyone to turn around. They would probably be defending the top lane for the red team. The blue Web Weavers is already pushing down the fort. Susan's being here is not really able to help. And the fort goes down at the end of the day. Meanwhile, bottom lane, you have Sylvanas successfully defending this spot against the Web Weaver and denying the tower. So the blue team's not going to get a tower. The tower is still going to stand. The fort's gone, but it's still okay. So that's it in terms of fort. I think both sides still pretty even right now. We got 44 gems on the red team and 29 gems on the blue, by the way. And Kuniharu nearly dying there. The Phoenix even coming out, but Kuniharu is just too tanky. At a particular point in time, you look at his health, is down all the way to about 160 before he managed to run away. So both sides level 19, very close to level 20. And once you get level 20, it would have been a bit of a game changer for the blue team. For the red team, I think they may stagnate a little bit, simply because of the fact that you have got that T-Roll with Sanctification. Yeah, he's going to boost the attack by a little bit, the damage by a little bit, but so what, that's all, right? And Chichi Boy also will get Rewind at level 20. So far, so good. I mean, we're looking at 2 turn-ins per team, and it's still very fair and even right now. 18 minutes in, and they're still soaking out lane EXP just to get level 20. The blue team trying to maintain whatever lead that they got so far, and Blizzcon actually just deciding to stroll right into the mid base just to hit on the tower as well as the healing fort, or rather the healing well first, and then to knock on the fort. So red team very close, and oh, this is not good. Blast Shield connecting onto Jaina. Jaina pulling back, and Tiro getting silenced, getting hexed out already. Now gets rolled in by Quiddy. Quiddy going in for more. Nyx gets pushed out by a beautiful continuous win. Emerald win coming up from Young. Chichi Boy not able to run away. Turns around, tries the man up there, lands a stun, and ends the day. Now Kuniharu also with a willing arrow, but not able to pick up the kill at the end. Flame Strike connects, leaving bomb on Kuniharu. Is going to pick up the kill at the end. And it's a 4-man down situation here for MOG. On the blue team, all 5 still alive and well. They just completely extended the lead with the level 20 heroic talents that they have here. Indestructible on Johanna. That's really, really good. So he's never gonna die within 120 seconds cooldown. You've also got continuous wins like you saw before. Both of the Storm from 3 of these players here. So I'm pretty correct in that sense. Johanna going for Indestructible is pretty good. Meanwhile, for red team, we got Redemption, which is the respawn talent. Both of the Storm, Rewind, Winter Mute, which now basically means that the Water Elemental is going to do a lot more damage, and Hardened Shield for Tiro. So level 21 up against level 20. And we have the boss pushing the top lane. The blue team is lacking 1 gem before they're able to turn in and activate the Web Weavers again. They need to make sure that it's worth the cost, because you don't want to turn in the gems and summon the Web Weaver without a positive push. You want to make sure that you materialize and really just make use of those Web Weavers to push as aggressively as possible. Slider Bite in this area. Tower goes down. Blue team pushing the bottom lane. Level 21. Red team just hit level 20 about half a level ago. They're not at the bottom lane yet. They're all defending the top lane against the boss. So the bottom lane's tower as well as gates are completely erased already. And 10 kills against 18. Red team slowly defending here, making sure they don't make any single mistake. And Quali at level 18, at 18 gem as well, and turning in those gems, summoning Red Weaver right now. 18 kills also, so many things that are 18. This is a bit of inception happening here. Slider Bite gets a good area here and will be able to get the siege camp as well. And the red team again forced to defend, but the lanes are already getting pushed in, and I don't think they are able to hold the aggression against most of this fast mob clearing minions and heroes here from the blue team. So Web Weaver for the top spawning a little bit off position, but the bottom Web Weaver gets delivered directly outside the base, and I think that's where they're gonna really push down the fort as well as healing well. Nyx gets a bit of a threat from the Flame Strike, uses Eldrin's Might, not going in just yet. Chichi Boy lands Impel on Ohayong, as well as the Burrow Charge going in, but not going to get anything on. Here comes the Phoenix and the Silence from Sylvanas on 3. They're all going down. And Lozicon trying to do a little bit more. Qwerty goes down. Slider by with a little bit of pullback, but Kazu with the Bolt of the Storm with a quick jump in on the Rain of Vengeance. Slider Bite again with more shield coming in because of the level 20 talents here, but he's going to lose all those shields in an instant, get some heals off, and a good pullback, but Slider Bite needs to pull back, unfortunately doesn't run away in the nick of time. Kazu also dying, and Nyx there with the Burning Rage. Oh, Flame Strike by Kaigari, doesn't get a kill. Chusan swings by, saves his teammate, and picks up the kill. Really nicely done. We got a total of 4-for-1 exchange. Red team MOG just nicely caught up against the blue team, and it seems like we are really opening a knife fight in a closet to Narnia. So let's see. The replay is ready. Let's go. So this is exactly what happened. I think they overextended. Slider Bite was a little bit off position. Quwerty there picking off the healing well. It's a pretty good choice, but the silence is perfect coming out from the Sylvanas, and Sanctification also coming down as well. And they all just nicely took in all that Rain of Vengeance in a bit. Slider Bite got that shield going, nearly picked up the kill on Anubarak, but not able to get it at the end. And Kaigari pulling back here, and Slider Bite still don't want to go back. Chusan picked off the kill at the end. Right, this is where also Kazu died. Nyx, no, actually the Vala stayed alive. And back to real time, please. We got another big engagement happening here. Silence on 3, a great Blizzard coming down, and 3 men down already. All of a sudden, we got MOG pushing the bottom fort. They may be going in for the win here, and you see the invulnerability from Nyx's very own Sanctification being used there, but not really useful. They are just going in. They may just take down the core. Salt Gaming, a little bit of trouble there. MOG knocking on the core, shields dropping, but Qwerty jumping in, and Chusan dropping. Chusan goes down. Qwerty very low right now, also goes down. Kaigari can actually solo defend his place. He's able to do the Flame Strike on 3. They're all screaming the core, but the core is at 50%. Nyx wants to kill Kaigari. He's got beef with him. Maybe Kaigari stole his girlfriend. We don't know, but the core goes down. And Salt is not able to walk away with one victory. MOG, 1 game up. What a knife fight it is. We don't even know what happened. So we are going to try and get a replay up. It's a replay within a replay. So hopefully we get to see exactly what happened there. Pretty clear that Tiro jumped in. I saw Sylvanas with the Willing Arrow. And also great Blizzard from Jaina that with Northern Exposure, Bolt of the Storm just caught members of Salt off guard. So let's check in the replay. Let's see what happened here. So, yep, as you can see, Nyx is already in position. They went in, took out the kills successfully, and they killed Vala, Brightwing, and Johanna without dying a single person. That's really, really good on the part of MOG. Kaigari with the Flame Strike, spamming as much as he can already, but he's just not. It's just a long cooldown on those Flame Strikes. He doesn't have the Phoenix. Phoenix is down for another 15 seconds. Such a waste here. Should have been able to hold the front, but unfortunately MOG just wrestled the way in all the way here, knocking on the core. Very focused. just to let you guys know, Salt has got 28 votes from the offline audience, and MOG only has got 4 votes. So if you do the lucky draw based on that, we're going to expect one guy to win 2 cards. This is why you always vote for the underdog, man. Underdog always wins. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this game. We're gonna be back again for the second game between the bronze match of let's see, Salt as well as MOG. All right, good stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed this cast. I am Babel. Give me a like on Facebook if you can, and shout out to sponsors Alienware, Intel, Fairfield sponsors Razer, and streaming partner XP for making all of this happen. Yep, give us a follow as well. This is also going to be the official coverage channel for English for the Road to Blizzcon for SEA, Southeast Asia. That said, we're going for a break right now. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Break it down, deep chill, very standard stuff all year round by the blue team. And on the red team, we got Rank Core, which is a little bit different.